I am canceling the Sisters Tour.
What?
I am canceling the Sisters Tour.
No, Daddy, no!
I am canceling the Sisters Tour.
Oh my God. Hey you guys, it's Peter and I'm back. Of course I'm back. I'm not going anywhere. Beast! It's Dramageddon 3.0. I'm YouTube famous now. Available in 1500 BC. The album, Dad. AF. So let's talk about this Sisters Tour. Sisters. Okay, first of all, can we just talk about the psychic of the world, Aphrodite, who he did a video about the Sisters Tour, okay? And he predicted all the stuff that was gonna happen with James Charles. And I talked about that like 2 weeks ago. Other people talked about it. His channel has completely blown up. He's real overwhelmed. He's like 6 months behind in doing readings. And now, he predicted this was gonna happen with Squid. He predicted this was gonna happen with the Sisters Tour. So if you don't know, what you don't know is a lot. No, if you don't know what I'm talking about, James Charles just came out like an hour and a half ago on his Instagram and he had this to say.
Hello sisters and happy Friday. I hope you all are having a wonderful and beautiful day. The weather here in LA is incredible today. I just got home from a few different business meetings, all of which went amazingly, and I'm in a super, super good mood. I wanted to say, first of all, thank you so much all the love and positivity and birthday wishes from yesterday. Oh my gosh, it means so much to me. I cannot believe that I'm freaking 20 years old. It is crazy to me. I've learned so much in the past 20 years, in the last 2 weeks, and I am just so excited for the next year of what's to come, and I'm so grateful that I get to spend it with all of you guys. I went on a yacht yesterday with myself and all my best friends to Catalina Island. I met so many sisters there, and it was such a beautiful, peaceful, and relaxing day off with those in my life that mean the absolute most to me. So yeah, thank you guys for all the birthday wishes. That being said, I have been enjoying my little social media break, but I have been seeing a lot of comments and I've been getting a lot of questions about the Sisters Tour, and I did say in my video that I would be addressing it this week, so let's talk about it. As many of you guys know, a few weeks ago, we announced the official first ever Sisters Tour, which is a 24-city tour all around the United States of America with music and makeup and memories and games. And it was just gonna be such a fun and exciting thing that I've literally wanted to do since I first started on social media. Like, a tour has been such a huge dream of mine, and the fact that it was becoming a reality and that it was almost completely sold out is like still so mind-blowing to me, and I am so grateful. Obviously, as well, a lot going on in the past few weeks, which has led many people, including myself, wondering what was going to happen to tour. And after the last week of meetings and phone calls and trying to figure it out and talking to myself and my tour company and my friends and family, we've officially come to the very tough decision that I am canceling the Sisters Tour. Now, I know this sucks and people are going to be upset and sad about it, and trust me, I am really not happy about this either. Like I said, I've been looking forward to this for so long, but there are reasons why, and I'm going to discuss them, and there are a lot of positives to this too. Before I say that, I do want to make it very clear before the media and the drama channels take this and run, because I'm sure they will. I've had enough of the reporting without facts over the past few weeks. I made the decision to pull the tour. This is 100% my decision, okay? None of the venues pulled out, none of the brands that were going to be sponsoring it pulled out, and keep in mind, it was almost completely sold out, and still less than 1% of people who bought tickets contacted about refunds. So the Sisters Tour is not being canceled because I was canceled. So let's make that clear, okay? I made the decision for a lot of different personal reasons, which I'm going to talk about now. So just wanted to put that out there to clarify. I'm not going to talk about or go into detail about what happened over the past 2 weeks because you all know about it already, and frankly, I don't want to think about it or talk about it ever again. But let's be real, it sucked. And it put me in a really bad place. I talked about it in my last video, and I know that I've been posting a few Snapchats or Instagram stories here and there, and there were a few people saying that I faked it all or were trying to get sympathy because I was smiling, which is so crazy to me. I'm not better, and I'm not back either, but I am trying to move on with my life and focus on good things that make me happy and that can take my mind off of things. But that being said, I'm still not doing well. And the main reason why I'm deciding to pull the plug on tour is because the next few weeks and few months, honestly. I said that I wanted to take time for myself and to be with the people that love me and focus on things that make me really, really happy, which is makeup and being with friends and family and getting my head back in the game up to where I'm very, very inspired to keep working. In the last video, I openly talked about how there were a lot of comments saying that they felt as though my attitude was sucking recently and that I had changed or my ego was getting too big. And at first I was like, what the heck are they even talking about? But this whole situation has been a really important moment for me to self-reflect and agree, honestly, which sucks to come to terms with. But it's been very, very, like, it's exciting for me because it means I get to learn and get better, which is something that you guys know I'm always owning and always trying to do. That being said, I'm a workaholic. I love working and I love filming, and it's really important for me that I am able to kind of get my head back to where it was when I first started, which was to do this out of a love for makeup and artistry and creating fun content and inspiring people and most importantly, making people happy. And that goal is still there, 100%. It's just been clouded by some other things, and I really want to make sure that I take a little bit of time off to get my head back where it needs to be. It is my absolute number one biggest priority that when I do go on tour, because I still am, make sure you keep watching, that I'm able to walk on stage every single night with a huge smile and present the best version of myself to all of you guys. And I want you to have an amazing experience and you feel like you're having an amazing time and you feel like you're getting your money's worth and that you leave with an amazing photo, amazing memories, and an equally as genuine smile that I had when I was on stage. And because of all this stuff, I feel that I can't deliver that best version of James right now, and that sucks, but I'm working on it, I promise. And I just want to make sure you guys have a really, really good time. Aside from mental health, from a logistical standpoint, obviously the past few weeks have been a roller coaster, and I've been dealing with this. It's been taking up majority, literally 100% of my time, and because of that, we are now 2 weeks behind on planning and set design and rehearsals, most importantly, and goodie bags, production, and also merchandise. Obviously, you guys know Sisters Apparel is in the process of switching its partner, and tour merch is super, super important because all of you guys want really cute hoodies and stuff to take home and remember the show by, and we don't have that right now. So these are some of the few different reasons why I decided it's best to pull the plug on the tour. Most importantly, I just want to make sure you guys are having a really good experience, and you're never going to forget it. And right now, I just don't feel as though I can deliver what was promised, and that sucks. It really, really sucks to admit, but I would so much rather tell you guys straight up and cancel it and have to bite the bullet and pay a whole lot of money to have you guys show up and to have it be a shitty experience that you're going to regret and you're going to not remember, or will remember for the wrong reason. That is not what I want. So this is all of the venues have been notified of the cancellation, and first and foremost, I want to say thank you so much to all the venues because they've all been so incredible and so understanding and nice about the whole situation. Obviously, this has been very, very stressful and embarrassing for myself and my team to deal with, so I want to thank them. I know a few of the venues have already started to call and email people who have bought tickets, letting them know. You don't have to call or email to get a refund. All of the refunds will be fully automatic, and you will get them within the next business week. Keep in mind this is a long weekend with Memorial Day being on Monday, so refunds might not start processing until Tuesday, but I promise if you purchase a ticket, everyone will be getting their money back. As well, there are no like refund or like restocking fees or whatever. I'm paying for all of them myself personally because I really want to make sure that you guys don't have to worry about any of this stuff and that the mess is taken care of by me and my team who's responsible for the cancellation. But all that being said, I still want to go on tour, okay? And I know a lot of you sisters still wanted to go to the Sisters Tour as well, and nothing has changed. Going on tour and meeting you guys and hugging you and taking selfies together and giving a night that you will never forget has been one of my biggest goals since I first started, and it still is, and it's still going to happen, I promise you that. I'm not sure when, because like I said, my number one priority right now is getting my head back to where it needs to be and getting my YouTube content production rolling again and Sisters Apparel back up and running and all my other businesses. But when I do, I promise you there will be a Sisters Tour and it will be even more epic than before. What's kind of cool about this is I guess we get to kind of think of this as like a little test run type of situation, because when we do relaunch, We've already learned so much about ticket sales, ticket prices, different places that we want to go, hint, maybe international, and just basically like overall experience. So when we do relaunch, just know that we'll be able to make it even better than it was before. I know that this sucks, and I know people are going to be sad, and I know that this is embarrassing for me. I agree. But like I said, this is not something that I'm happy about either, but it was a decision that needed to be made, and I really, really hope you guys can see where I'm coming from and why we've decided to cancel. I've said a million times that I am such a firm believer in quality over quantity, and I needed to cancel the tour because due to time restrictions and due to my own mental health, I just feel like I can't deliver the show that was promised, and that is not okay. That sucks, but just know that this has been such a good learning experience for me, and I'm working so hard to better myself and get myself back to where I need to be, and I cannot wait for the future and what is to come, and that definitely includes a sisters tour in the future where I get to hug and just make you guys happy and do what I love doing the absolute most. So thank you for understanding. Love you guys.
Very, very interesting. Now listen, we just went out to dinner for my husband. It was his, I had to take off my shoes. Like, these are my new shoes. I just bought them. Aren't they so cute? Anyway, take them off. And we just went out to dinner for Alex's Tia's birthday. So happy birthday, Tia Jackie. Anyway, and we just got home and I just saw all this pop off and I was like, okay, I'm going to sit down and I'm going to talk about this. What is going on? First of all, I have some things to say. As you know, over here, going into 2019, I said a few things, okay? I said that I didn't care what my relationships were like with these people. I was gonna say what I really thought about the situation at hand. Number one. Number two, have a conversation in the comment section below. I feel like I say this in every video now, okay? Because listen, but we can be kind and compassionate. We can have our opinions. We're all just standing up in my kitchen. Okay, my kitchen's closed right now, but I would like to have a cup of coffee. So we could go up in the kitchen, we could have a cup of coffee, we could just sit around, take our shoes off, relax, and be like, what do you think about this, okay? I have to say, I am Sister shook that the Sisters tour was canceled. I really, really am. Because I thought he would just continue and push it through. That was what he had kind of insinuated. So to then come out days later and cancel the tour, I am just like, what? What? Okay, so is this Tanacon 2.0? No, it's not Tanacon 2.0, and I'm going to tell you why, okay? There were several things that he said in the video. Some I was like, let me scratch my beard, James. And other things that I was like, okay, I relate to this, I like this. I like that he's, well, I don't relate to it, because I ain't got no Sisters tour, okay? I ain't got no Grandpa tour, I ain't got nothing, okay? Oh, the Grandpa tour, that would be kind of funny. Woo! What would we do? They'd have to roll me out in a recliner. But anyway, so I'm watching all of this, right? And I'm like, there's some things I agree with. There's some things I'm like, he went in there at this one point and he said something about, just here when he was talking about the drama channels and how they, you know, let's getting their facts wrong and stuff. Well, where do you think that people are getting their facts from? I'm just saying, James, okay? If drama channels are getting their facts wrong, I wonder where they're getting their facts from. Just say. But anyway, I do understand that he's like so upset about drama channels and what else did he say? Real reporters or investigators of the world. What did he say? Media. That we needed to get our facts straight. So he goes in there and he says, like, this is why I'm canceling it. I'm canceling it because of I'm just not in a really good head place and I need to get better and I need to feel better about myself and yada, yada, yada. Okay, I was like, okay, that's true. I can understand that. Except that he said that he really, like, when people said in his comment sections and people were saying that it seemed to him like, or it seemed to them like he was really struggling with ego and arrogance, that he didn't see it at first. What? No, Tati, no. But then all of a sudden he was like, yeah, I see some truth to that, right? And I think awareness is like the first step always. Not a lot of us. Ding-a-ling-a-ling. I don't have the drama phone. But anyway, not a lot of us see things in ourselves that we need to work on. I know I, for one, am somebody that needs to kind of have things shown to me sometimes that I need to work on, you know? So I do understand that he really now wants to be the best version of himself based on what other people have said, and I do believe that. I will say this. The reason why it's not Tanacon 2.0 is that he saw what a SHI Toot show it was going to be, and so he ended it, and he said, listen, this is not the right time for many, many different reasons. And he went in and said the reasons were that he just wasn't in a great mental space. I think it's fantastic that James wants to take some time to himself, become a better, person, a better human being after having gone through all this kind of stuff, evaluate like what he's gone through, what he feels like he needs to work on and on and on. The second thing that he said was that he wanted to focus on his YouTube content and doing makeup and getting back to what he loved. Okay, which that was kind of interesting to me because I was like, glamour shots, didn't you, you love your sister so much, didn't you want to go on a tour with them? But I totally understand it. The more he talked, though, the more it seemed to me kind of like a business thing. Like, one of the things that he said was, we haven't had time to do rehearsals, we haven't had time to plan it out. That seems very sensible to me, if that could be the case, that he didn't have time to, be doing the rehearsals because he's been, oh my God, so caught up and probably coming up with legal contracts and having meetings. I'm just saying, speculating, allegedly, okay? But, so there's so many things that he probably was working on that he didn't have time to do rehearsals and things like that, right? Okay, so there's that. But then he also said about the merch. Now, this is true story. Like, if you go to a concert, Stevie Nicks, rock on, go, dance, woman. If I went and saw Stevie Nicks, you better bet your butt, okay, that I would want a Stevie Nicks t-shirt. And as she said, no, listen, okay, the reason I can't be, if Stevie Nicks got on stage and said, I don't have any t-shirts because I used to sell my t-shirts through Killer, is there some, oh no, that's a spot on the camera. She said, if Stevie herself said, I can't sell you no t-shirts because I used to sell it through Jeffree Star Killer merch, I'd be like, girl, I don't care who you sold it through, I still want me a t-shirt, right? So what he's saying is, I'm going, because he's not doing his stuff through Killer merch anymore, he's doing it through somebody else, he said that in his video. So we have to, that was the worst Stevie Nicks imitation in the entire world. Every rose has its thorn. Axl Rose. Anyway, was that Axl Rose? That wasn't Axl Rose. Anyway, was it? I don't know. Guns N' Roses? Maybe. So anyway, let me know in the comment section below. I've lost my mind at this point. So he said that about the merch. Well, I think that was a really valid point, right? Like, who wants to go to see a tour where there's no merch that you can buy? Oh, and there's no swag bags for the $500 VIP tickets, okay, because the swag bags weren't put together. Oh, and he hasn't rehearsed his karaoke yet. And guess he doesn't have his jokes done. So basically what you're doing is going to see an hour of makeovers for $500? No, ma'am. No, ma'am, not on a good Tuesday, okay? So that's probably why he was like, listen, this is just not the time. But wait! I'm so excited because I do want to go on tour. Happy birthday, by the way, James. I think I said that to you yesterday in my video. Like, he just sits here and watches drama videos on his birthday. I'm just saying. But anyway, so then, he said that he's going to come out later and he is going to go on tour and that maybe there will be international dates as well. So I'm sure it'll be like a worldwide tour like Britney Spears, Womanizer, why wouldn't it be? I don't know what he'll call his, but anyway. So I just was, interested in this whole thing going down. I thought it was well said, I don't know why James always has to put everything in an Insta story. That's my one thing, okay? You announced your sister's tour in a video, you should announce the cancellation in a video as well. That's just my only, con to this whole, I mean, there's a lot of it to me, but that's just my when we're talking about pros and cons, that's my one thing. I'm like, why wouldn't you just make a video about this, make it 3 minutes long? Because you have 60 million followers. I mean, not everybody that watches you, not all the parents, okay, are following you on Instagram that bought the tickets. The things I did like is that he said that everybody gets a full refund. You don't have to call in anybody or write them and email them. It will automatically go back into your system, number one. Number two, that he is paying all the processing fees. I was real impressed with that, okay? And he knew that this wasn't going to turn out the way that he wanted it to. He knew on the heels of all this it wasn't going to be great. So instead of having a Tanacon 2.0, he just canceled it. And I really think it's a wise decision. He said in there that it was really, really embarrassing to him. Honestly, sitting back objectively and looking at the whole thing, I don't think he should be embarrassed by it. I think it's wise what he did. I really think it might be one of the very first mature decisions that James Charles has made in the last 6 months, honestly. I had talked in one of my videos about the fact that, this would be a safety issue because there's going to be so many people that have tickets and don't want to go. There's going to be so many people that have tickets that still do want to go, that then in this area, you have all of these people that are not happy, right? Not to, listen, there's some scary stuff going on out there in the world that James's safety could be at issue as well, which means that the audience would as well. So I think that it's a valid point that he's canceling. I think that's another valid point that for why he's canceling this tour, but he didn't say that in there. So anyway, Denmark, he's coming to you because apparently he's going to Brazil. He's coming to you. It's like Ultra Music Festival. Because apparently he's going to do international dates as well when he finally does come out and do all this kind of stuff. What do you guys think about this? Do you think it's like too close to the cancellation dates? I mean, you know there are sisters crying all over the world, okay? They are just like dying right now. They're, I'm not gonna get it. Here, James Charles karaoke. No, I don't think he should be embarrassed about it at all. I think it was a wise decision. I think it was a good business move. I think it was smart. I think had he gone on tour and tried to pull it off, it would have been more embarrassing for him. I really thought it was well thought out. And I thought he addressed all the points of why he's doing it. And I hope he really does take this time to reflect upon himself and really think things through and become the best version of himself that he possibly can be. Why would we want any less for anybody? You know, why would we want anybody to have anything less than that? I think we would want that for everybody to be the best version of themselves that they can possibly be. You know what I mean? And so, yeah, I think we're going to have to see what happens from here on out. Are you guys sad? Who out there is sad that James canceled his sister's tour? Were there some of you out there that had tickets and now you're not going to be able to go and you're upset about it? Will you buy tickets in the future? Will you not buy tickets in the future? It's interesting to me that he canceled the whole thing and not just like 1 or 2 dates. I also thought that it was interesting that he tried to spin it into this really positive thing, and he's like, but you know what? Like, we have it all figured out now because now we've done like ticket sales, basically like they did this run through, and now they won't have to do that a time before. I'm thinking to myself, well, what are you saying then? That had it gone through, it wouldn't have been that grand because you hadn't ran those things through and it was kind of messy? That was kind of confusing to me too, but I think what he was really saying was, hey, listen, like we figured out all the mistakes we made the first time. This was our first tour, yada, yada, yada. And so, you know, the next time going around, we know how we really want to do it. We know what kind of planning needs to go into it, what kind of rehearsals need to go into it. And that's true. You know, that's right. So anyway, let me know what you think in the comment section below. Are you disappointed? Are you surprised? Do you not care? Who'd care? Anyway, let me know in the comment section below. I love you guys, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.